Hey class, I wanted to go over some things with you as you guys are submitting your introduction with your thesis paragraph and your A. And so I've gone through and looked at a few of them, and I'm seeing some things, so I want to address them. And if you need to go back and change these things, then make sure you do so. So if you've posted yours and if any of this applies to you, which I'm going to say for the most part it does, which this is why we're doing it in the process, so you can fix things in smaller batches before you have the whole paper. So it's going to be very evident if you haven't watched this video and you don't do the revisions, so please make sure you do so. So let's get started. First off, when you do things on Google Docs and then you try to make them go into Word, they do funky things sometimes. They throw off your formatting, and then a lot of times it makes the entire thing highlighted. And so a couple of people's, the entire thing is highlighted a gray, and there's these gray streaks on the paper. So that's number one. Make sure that yours does not have any of the boldy, highlighted things on the paper. Next, if you use the author's name in the sentence, it's not author again. Vary it up. If you use this, the title, in the sentence, you don't put it again. You vary it up. If it is a longer title, you shorten it in quotes, ... and one. You have to have these at the end of every time you use a source. Your separate thesis paragraph, that needs to be pulled out at the end of your intro separate paragraph. And then your A, that's all you had to have. Make sure you have sources in your paragraphs and do not have just direct quotes. You have to have a variety of paraphrasing, summarizing, and quoting. I have left a lot of notes on this sample research paper that's on the homepage, so make sure you're using that. And then on the works cited page, let's come down. Make sure it's on a different page. It's works cited. You're capitalizing the first letter of all of the bigger words. So the littler words are not, but the bigger words are capitalized. Hanging indent, double spaced. You don't have that long web address. You have your access date. So make sure that you are. I just had somebody in my office here. And if you're watching, you know who you are. I won't call her out. But she came in here, and when she did her paraphrasing, summarizing, and quoting assignment, she did it 100% correct. She didn't need to make any revisions. And I asked her what she did. And she said she utilized the resources, and she looked at the example and looked, where's the period? Well, look, the period is always at the end here. At the end. At the end here. It's never here. Always here. So that was just one example. She said, so I looked at it and I saw that, okay, well, here's where the period goes, and here's a sample, and looked at everything, and formatted hers and followed that to get it right, and then she didn't have to redo it. So I cannot stress enough how important it is to utilize the resources and follow those examples how it is. And then maybe if you're looking at something and you don't understand why something is, say for example right here, why is this italicized? Well, this is a book. Books are italicized, so it's a book ... 139. And so let's say you're looking through here and you don't understand why something is the way it is. Make note of it and ask me. I would love to help you, because I want you to understand how all this works and why we do these things. So if you need to revise and resubmit it, then please do so, but please make sure that it's not highlighted, your periods are in the right spot, you're using your sources correctly. And if you have questions, let me know. I will be going through. I will probably be done on Thursday. I will go through and give you guys feedback. When I go through, I'm not looking for. I'm not nitpicking on the grammar. These are the things that I'm going to look for and address. Are the format, your thesis paragraph, how you're citing it. Those are going to be the things that I look for. So really make sure you're paying attention to what your peers say about your, if they make a grammatical choice. I would advise you to read this out loud to you. Have somebody else read it out loud to you. You'll hear those mistakes. So I hope this helps. And if you have any questions, let me know. I know this is a very taxing assignment, but you will get there. And we'll talk to you soon.